What's up, Duderinos? Welcome back to the Game Addicts Podcast, episode 101. I am this podcast player 1, Brando. Joining me here today is this podcast player 2, Mike.
Oh, hurrah.
This is the podcast about the modern retro video games that we play and collect, and we are a little bit set up differently, kind of like how we were with Game Addicts Plus, if you watch that on our Facebook Live channel, over on our Facebook page. Well, we have set up for,
Extra Life.
Extra Life, our Extra Life feed. That's going to be up on our Twitter feed. Twitter feed? It's over on Twitch, twitch.tv/GameAddictsPlay. You're on this Saturday, November 3rd, if you're hearing this pretty much this week. If you're hearing that after this, you done missed it, guys. But you will be able to go see it on our YouTube channel. The entire stream. My plan is to do the entire stream, right? We're going to do 13 hours.
13 hours.
And you're going to be able to watch the full 13-hour stream on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you want to do that. I am going to break it up. We are going to break it up into some smaller segments so that we, just the gameplay. We are going to be doing some podcast. We are going to be doing an extra podcast, the very first episode of Game Addicts Morning Edition.
Game. I get it. And by the way, Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. It is Halloween today. Unfortunately, it is really wet in our neck of the woods.
Yes.
And it had forecasted pretty much nothing but rain all day. So we had like in my camp with my wife, we decided no trick or treat this year, And then of course we get out of work and it's not nice out, but it's not raining.
Right.
But it could actually start pretty much at any time. So anyway, with that being said, we are doing Extra Life. I think I might have the picture here. Do I have the picture? I don't know.
Do you have it?
Yes, I do. There it is. Right on our faces. Anyway, Extra Life is a awesome charity. They link up with you sign up and you link up with them, and they pretty much, you help raise money. You stream and you play games, and like you're marathoning and you're sitting there trying to raise money to help hospitals. These go straight to the hospitals that are networked, and ours goes directly to Riley's Children's Health in Indianapolis. So all of our money is going there. Our link, our page, it will be in this post. It'll be in this episode, in the description, everywhere that I put it. So wherever you get this, the information will be there. You can also go to our Facebook page and to our Twitter page. It's going to be posted up there as well. That way you can find our page and donate. If you want to do it, if you can't make the stream, that's cool. I also want to say that if you can't donate, just come by anyway. Say hi. We're going to be playing for 13 hours. We're going to need somebody to talk to besides ourselves. So...
This is true.
Yeah, so that being said, we are going to be doing the Game Addicts Morning Edition. We've posted the entire schedule that we have planned. We actually have it dialed down to what we're going to be doing now. So at 8 a.m. is going to be a 1-hour podcast, Game Addicts Morning Edition, that will air on our podcast feed. So all of you audio listeners that only listen to the podcast, don't give a crap about what we're doing on Twitch, we are going to be posting that here for Thanksgiving. So it's going to be a couple weeks late. It's not going to be very topical, like what's going on right now. We might talk about a little bit depending on if there's anything relevant. But we have yet to decide and narrow down what the exact topic. Maybe we'll try and pick a few things that we can try and discuss about. It will be early in the morning. So we will probably...
I already know what we're going to talk about.
What are we going to talk about?
Well, it's early in the morning. We're barely going to have our coffee in us.
Yeah.
We're going to rant on those who give scores of 0 to games that deserve a score.
That's right. Actually, originally in my mind we were going to talk about that today, but there's a lot of news to talk about.
Yeah, there's way too much today.
So that's a good idea, and not just for one game. I want to go through and I want to do my homework and scour.
We're going to hit the big ones. We're talking about Breath of the Wild, which is a fantastic game, and people giving it 0s because it just doesn't deserve a 100 score. It's not your decision to make, pal.
Well, okay, so The highest rating game on Metacritic is Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be looking. So also, I read that Red Dead Redemption 2 ended up getting a higher overall average, higher rating, one up from Grand Theft Auto 5. It
Really?
is in the top 10 of the highest rated games of all time.
That's awesome.
That is crazy. And so we're just gonna go right.
All I
into-
gotta say is Rockstar. They do it right. Period.
We're gonna go right into Red Dead. So Red Dead, we have some news about Red Dead. So Red Dead is doing really well.
Yeah. There's only one other game that's done better in it, and it is
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Also developed by Rockstar.
I'm telling you, they're like the superstars of gaming right
They're
now.
the rock stars of gaming right now.
Ah.
So how much money did they make in 3 days? The biggest. This game has it has the definition. It has claimed the title as the biggest opening weekend for any entertainment property ever.
Yeah.
So while we said Grand Theft Auto is the only game to have sold more in 3 days, that game came out on Tuesday, so it wasn't a weekend. This game came out on Friday, so it has the biggest opening weekend of any movie game ever. And that amount of money is $725 million. You know what? When I had this set up, we were using the other camera. So all my pictures gonna be
So
right
the
on my
picture's
forehead.
right there.
Gonna be right on my forehead. So we do have a second camera. You know what I can do? You know what? Bah.
Well, hi.
This is the camera we're gonna be using for Extra Life.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I might be scooted over a little bit. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, I can switch cameras now. This is cool. So cool. If you want to see the side of my face, or do you want to see? Right here?
I like the way I'm very clean, and the other one, like I'm very clean, and you're very and you're blurry, and then this one, you're clean, and I'm blurry.
That's the way it is.
It is
So
what it
yeah,
is.
guys, $725 million in 3 days. That's like I think GTA 5 did $1 billion, and so this is just under it. Granted, it came out on a Friday. That doesn't really matter. Because games sell like crazy, but this is no small. Like the fact that this didn't beat GTA 5, that's okay. That is more than okay.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad because you didn't, because I did not think this game would make that much money.
No.
Did I think it would do better? Yes. Better than the original Red Dead Redemption? Yes.
Hey, if that old crap about them working them over hours, that would have put them in the billion. Shucks.
You know what? Maybe it would have. I don't. Maybe people. I know some people boycotted it.
There's
Clearly not enough.
There's no reason to frown when you're literally own the top 2 spots of the best-selling games, basically an opening weekend of all time. I mean, you're just sitting. If you're a rock star, you're just sitting back going, "That's right. You don't even know. We're the best there ever was."
So, we don't know the actual numbers yet. What we do know is that there were 3 different SKUs. So there was the original $60 version,
Yeah.
which I brought with me.
Look at that glare.
Look at that glare.
Look at that
There it is,
glare.
there it is. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I have my 1 disc in here that is not in the system because this game has 2 discs.
It's
And-
so big.
Yeah, it's too big. It's not too big.
That's what she
The
said.
map is too big because I've played
That's
this
not
game
what she
for
said.
like 12 hours and I'm still just like right in the center of it,
Yeah.
and I'm still finding stuff.
Oh yeah, you
Anyway.
will for a long, long, long time.
Okay, so you have the original $60 one. You have the $80 one, which is like the digital deluxe. You get some extra download stuff. Then you have the $100 collector's edition, which comes with some other stuff, right? So
I'm gonna look them up.
estimates come to about 10 million copies sold in 3 days. Now, the original Red Dead Redemption, between every version of that game that came out, the original launch version, which came out on the PS3 and came out on the Xbox 360. I think it went to PC eventually, but don't quote me. I want to say it did. And then you also had the Undead Nightmare DLC, which was sold as a separate thing, but they do count it with sales for the original game for some reason. If that makes because it's like an add-on, but it's like a standalone add-on. So sales for that count as like sales for the original instead of sales for like it pretty much says yes. So, so say if Undead Nightmare, I think Undead Nightmare at one point like by itself has sold 2 million.
Right.
But like out of all of them, the original Red Dead Redemption sold 15 million in 7 years. And Red Dead Redemption 2 has sold, like, it's almost got there. It's sold 10 in 3 days. I think it's going to easily beat that number. I think Red Dead Redemption 2, after all is said and done, given trends, giving the ratings, given the online mode, it's going to sell over 50 million copies.
I'm sure. So, just throwing this all out here since you mentioned it, the pre-order bonuses for the original, you get the Warhorse. When I mean original, I mean the standard copy, and the Outlaw Survival Kit, which is what you you own. Now, the next one, Red Dead Redemption 2 Special Edition, you get the Warhorse and Survival Kit as well. In addition to those pre-order bonuses, comes with exclusive content for the game story mode. These bonuses include bank robbery mission and gang hideout in story mode. The back thoroughbred, the dappled black thoroughbred. Talisman and medallion gameplay bonuses. They're just special story modes with Arthur. Gameplay boosts, cash bonuses, and discounts.
I got a cash boost.
The Navajo, what's this? Paraggio Gunslinger. That's a weird. Paraggio, yeah. And free access to additional weaponry, the volcanic pistol, pump action, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so you can get the volcanic pistol early.
Yeah, it gives you access to that, the pump action shotgun, and the Lancaster varmint rifle.
Okay, so you get those for free. Because you can buy those. I want to say I just bought the varmint rifle just in case I want to go rabbit hunting.
Yeah, get free access to 3 weapons of the in-game gunsmith in story mode. And so for the Ultimate Edition, let's see, I got to scroll through here. The bonus outfits, you get the Black Rose Bounty Hunter outfit, the Copperhead Enforcer outfit, Black Chestnut Thoroughbred, High Plains Cutting Saddle. I don't know what that does. You do. Free access to Survival Camp Theme. Free access to additional weaponry. It's all the same weapons. And rank bonuses.
Some of that might be for online mode, you think?
Maybe. And then you got the collector's box.
Oh, so that one was one SKU, so there's another SKU?
What's it looking like?
Okay. Is there a picture of it?
That's right there.
Okay.
That's the collector's edition.
So
that's,
okay.
That's the last one. So that is what, 150?
Okay, yeah. So this one actually has like physical stuff.
Yeah.
So
it looks cool.
So you have the Wheeler and Rawson catalog. That's cool because that's when you go to shops, you look through the catalog.
Yeah.
For the general store, and you so they have a print version of the catalog. Treasure map, pin set. You have playing cards, collectible challenge coin, 6-shooter bandana, 12 cigarette cards. You actually collect those in the game.
Huh.
And if you get all 12, you can actually sell them for a high price to the right person.
Huh.
And then you have a double-sided puzzle. That's cool.
But it's not anything like crazy.
No, but it is cool. You know what? There was the playing cards remind me of this dude, and he did like a Fallout New Vegas. He did like a Fallout New Vegas the unboxing of a collector's edition. I'm throwing this right in here because this is now that I have the technology, I can really spider web and go about my own like my own thing. And so basically it's like a really bad thing.
You get a 6-shooter bandana too.
What?
That's what it says.
Well, that's what I said. Yeah. I said it. So like, this dude that does this unboxing for Fallout New Vegas Collector's Edition. It's obviously a joke, okay? So anybody who like has any sort of inkling about this guy being serious, he is not being serious whatsoever. So I definitely wanted to let you guys know right off the bat, because I'm actually going to find it and play it for you guys, because this stuff cracks me up. And those playing cards reminded me of that of this video. As I'm trying to type with one hand. Are you still looking at it?
I'm just reading some of this stuff because you're talking and looking stuff up, so I'm just reading.
Well, like, I stopped talking.
I know.
That's like prime thing for you to say, yeah, I can talk now.
I wasn't prepared.
You weren't
still not
prepared to
prepared. We're
talk?
talking about Red Dead, so
Well,
for me with Red Dead, it's 0 because I've played. All I do is go around and just shoot crap.
Well, and see, the thing is that now they've actually done it to where it is so cool. What are you doing? I'm gonna play this video. Gosh darned it!
Why?
Because it's funny as hell. It is funny as hell, and it reminded me of the damn cards. You showing me that did this to me. You're responsible for this, Mike.
I am not responsible
Yes,
for your
you are.
spider web.
You
Ever.
spiderwebbed me big time here. And
You are responsible for your own spider web.
no, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
It's all your fault.
No. How am I going to know what triggers your spider web?
Here we are. We're at the unboxing of Fallout New.
All right, hold on.
Wait, what?
All right. So
what is this guy doing?
So please bear with me, because I added it, and now I gotta like.
Here we are.
I gotta like try and like get the volume all squared away, and is this dude without a shirt on? All right. So I now I've got that up, and I gotta bring it up the audio. Man, I shouldn't have closed it, because now I gotta bring this up for Mike to be able to hear it.
Yeah, I've never heard this before, so I don't know what this is. Nope, can't hear him.
Well, I still need it.
Let's see. There's.
All right, so sorry guys. Here we go. For real.
Here we are. We're at the unboxing of Fallout New Vegas for the Xbox 360. I just came from the midnight event, so let's get this thing started. Let's see. There's some plastic on there. It's obviously the collector's edition for Xbox 360. This plastic, it looks like it was made. Yes, that's the disc. I don't know where the plastic was made, but the disc was definitely made in Mexico. This plastic is definitely coming off. Not exactly collector's edition plastic, but it's okay. We have this thing. It slides out. It looks like kind of a shoebox kind of thing. Here, if you want to get a picture of that. Alright, this lets you know it obviously is collector's edition. It looks kind of worn out, but it's actually just a paint job. They do a great job. When I open it up, let's see here. First thing I see, there's a hardcover book. It looks like Where's Waldo, but like Where's Waldo in the Apocalypse? Like, where is he? Is he like that's the other one. That's the old wizard. See, in the new books you get extra points for that. But we're gonna open this up. It's a book. I'm gonna read this later when I'm pooping. All right. Here's the game. The game's in other collector's edition plastic. We have a really heavy coin. I'm assuming this is for commemorating the 22nd anniversary, 38th anniversary of Fallout. Let's see, 200 on the house. See that? Oh. That's like a. It's not a collector's edition anymore.
Sounds like a pog.
We have some pogs are in here. Collector's edition pogs. Let's see.
They're chips.
The poker
There's a video game.
There's a video game.
Fallout New Vegas for the Xbox 360. This does go 1080p. Just to let you guys know that. And then we've got a soundtrack CD, I think, of Guy Rolling Dice, Fallout Boy. It's probably like that song, going downtown, sugar, you're going on my easy. Oh, it's the making of Fallout New Vegas. That's what it is. I'm sorry. And then we have some playing cards. Just in case this game sucks, you could play solitary afterwards. Because at least I will, because I have no friends. Solitar, if you will. And that is that's the unboxing of Fallout 3, the collector's edition for Xbox 360, newvegas.com.
Why don't you pick up your pog?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I don't even know what to say to that. Just wow.
I gotta give props. I gotta give the props because that is from the Kevin WK YouTube. That is like 8 years ago. It's got 500,000, like 400,000, almost 500,000 views. Funny as all get out. He did one for Mass Effect 3 as well, but it wasn't as good in my opinion. But
the things you can find on the internet today.
Man. Like that has become sort of a running joke. Like when we get like something, like me and my wife, like, yeah, I'll read that later when I'm pooping.
I want to read that later when I'm pooping.
Anyway, guys, one more Red Dead. Well, actually, two more Red Dead because I'm gonna go through the games. But I saw a UFO, Mike.
Yes, and you got footage.
I got footage of it. So
So when you showed me this at first,
Yeah.
I thought that it was just a glare or like a aurora borealis.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that they can't be because of the setting. But the way it looked through the cabin that you were in, it looks like that.
Right.
And at first, when you walked out, I had no idea what it was. I didn't know it was a UFO until it moved, and I was like, "Wait!" But that's crazy.
All right, so I'm gonna try and play the video. I captured it and shared it to Twitter. So, all right, so I've got the video up. Yes, okay, so the sound is playing. So there, you see me. I'm inside the house. I run outside, and boom, there it is. And then it's gone.
I wonder what would happen if you would have shot it.
I don't know. I'm gonna make this bigger. And you see me mess around with the controls. I'm like, how do I get in the menu and share this?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play it one more time. So those of you in audio version, I'm sorry, I might have to check out the video or go to my Twitter. I shared it on Twitter. That's where I got it. I downloaded it from there. So I'm gonna play it one more time. So here I'm in the menu. I'm smoking some cigarettes. You can see my Red Dead meter. It's a little empty.
And then you're like, what's this green light?
I saw the light, and you can hear the hum.
And then you can hear it take off.
And I'm like looking up, going, what?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. wait a minute.
I didn't know I didn't know what's going on. I'm like, and apparently, yeah, there's a freaking UFO in the game.
That's really cool. That's
So
super cool.
before we move on from Red Dead, I do have all the games from the Red Dead series. Red Dead Revolver on the Xbox. Now, both Red Dead Revolver and Redemption 1, I played on the PlayStations. I played on PS2 and then PS3, right? So I ended up buying this on the Xbox because I ended up getting Redemption on the Xbox. But I'll get to that. These were all made by San Diego, by Rockstar San Diego. So they're all made by the same company. They're same developers, which is cool because, they know it, basically. Now, Red Dead Revolver was originally a Capcom series. And they were developing it or starting it, and then they canceled it, and then Rockstar bought the IP. And then they started it. This game is not an open world game. This game is like, it has levels, and it has like a town where you can go to. And it is completely, it's more cartoony. Kind of like how the old GTAs were more cartoony. But like, I want to say, what year does this take place in? Like in 1980, I'm sorry. 1880 something.
I was going to say 1980 and then
Back to the Future.
Well, hello.
Back to the Future. We're going back in time. Now the Xbox 360 version.
You all right?
No.
Are you sure?
The Xbox original.
Whoa! Do you calm down?
I like our old setup better.
Yeah, clearly you're throwing.
I've
everything.
spilt my drink.
Yeah.
I'm throwing stuff. The original Xbox version of Red Dead Revolver does support 480p.
Ooh.
So, you know. So, Red Dead Redemption, I got the Game of the Year edition. I originally had this on the PS3, and then our good buddy from work, Jeremiah, he sold me like a stack of games for like $20, and this was in there, and I flipped out. This was the get for me with that because of the physical Undead Nightmare disc.
Yeah.
And the only way that you can get a physical copy is if you buy the Game of the Year Xbox version. Now, they have this repackaged in an Xbox One case. And it'll say Xbox 360 and Xbox One up there at the top.
Yeah.
Because it's reverse compatible. Backwards compatible, whichever they want to call it.
You all right?
Well, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
So what do I think of Red Dead 2 so far? I kind of gave my early thoughts on Game Addicts Plus, and I think it's amazing. Do I think it's a 10? Again, as I've said, I'm going to hold out judgment until I get further. But the fact that I've spent 12, 15 hours in the game and I'm still in the middle of the map.
Only in a spot this big.
Yeah, like there's so much.
And the map's this big.
I know. There's so much stuff I have yet to see. And I made an allure that I got a little cash advance.
Yeah.
There's a little exploit
yeah.
going around.
Cheater.
You know what?
Cheater.
You know what? They put a UFO in the game. And I'm considering this a glitch in the Matrix. Or Westworld, whichever you want.
I say Westworld. I take Westworld over that.
Anyway, so what you guys do, you basically duplicate gold bars. So you go to this burned down, run down town, and there's a sheriff's office, and underneath the counter is a loot box. You open up the loot box. There's two things in there. There's like a pamphlet and a gold bar. Don't pick up the pamphlet. Press, position yourself where you're going to be picking up the gold bar. Hold and press the X or square button to pick up the gold bar. When he goes down to pick it up in the middle of the animation, don't let it finish. Hit your start button or your menu button, whatever, and save your game manually. Go to the story. Go to the story little block. Hit save game. Save your game and immediately back out of the save thing or whatever. Don't leave the pause menu. Go to load save. Load that immediately. Save and then load. When you reload, you will be near the town, not in it. Run all the way back to town. Go back to that loot box. That gold bar will be there. Press and hold down the X or square button, depending on your system, and keep it held down. He will then repeatedly do the motion of picking up gold bars, and you will get as many gold bars as you can carry, which is 30. You can sell them to a fence for $500 a piece.
Yeah.
$15,000. Makes your life.
Is that your $15,000 cash advance?
It was.
Yeah.
I may have to pay that back at some point, but they'll
You
have to
probably
kill me
will.
first.
That'll happen.
It has.
That's going to happen.
I have literally been riding along, and the rival gang are like, "There's Morgan! Don't let him get away!" And I'm like, "Oh crap!" And I'm like Deadeye mode, and I'm like, "Boom, boom, boom!" There's 3 of them. Oh crap! There's 3 more. Boom, boom! I'm out of Deadeye. And then I'm like, and then there's more of them. Like they just came out of nowhere. And then they killed me, and then I lost $14 because when you die, you lose like $14.
Not sure you lose a percentage of what you have.
Oh no.
That's what I'm telling you.
Oh no.
You got a lot of money now.
Don't kill me.
We're going to take $1,400.
No.
No.
Don't take that monies.
No.
I worked hard for those monies.
No, you didn't.
Well, it was like, yeah. You know what? I did work hard for that money because you know what I did?
You
After
researched it online?
Well, I saw it on IGN. But regardless, after that, I went and helped a dude getting robbed. And then I decided the place where I got to take this gold is the same place where I'm going to be taking this stagecoach that these guys tried to rob, and this guy is abandoning. He's like, "Go ahead and take what's inside. They're going to write it off as a robbery anyway." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm on my way. You know, I've got one horse pulling the stagecoach. I'm working this horse to death, man. I'm like, I'm going to get over there. And it takes me a while to get over there. And I'm almost there. And I encounter a woman who's stuck underneath the horse. Like this horse fell over dead on top of her.
Randomly.
And then she's
Horse
like,
stroke.
help. So I help and offer a ride into town. And she lives all the way back in Valentine. So I pull a Yui, and the best you can in a stagecoach, and make my way back into Valentine. We have a nice little conversation about how her husband is dead, or she allures to the fact that he's not around. Maybe he just like skimped out. But she has a boy, and she needs to find work. And she doesn't want to work in a saloon. She doesn't want to be, a lady of the night, if you will. She wants an honest job. And, we're talking all this sort of like, trying to get your life back on track, and, things are looking up for you. We go back into town, into Valentine, and they're making me take her all the way into town, like to where like all like the busy street is. And there's a traffic jam between another stagecoach and a dude in front of me. And I accidentally bump into the dude in front of me, like barely even graze this guy. And he pulls out his damn rifle and starts shooting at me. Lady bails. She's gone. I don't get the satisfaction of saying thank you or anything and getting the honor for it. I jive off of the stagecoach and go behind it. The dude rides off. Get back on the stagecoach, back up, and leave town. On my way out, I have to make an even further trek now to get this place to the place where I need to turn it in. So I start gaining up speed, and next thing I know, in the middle of this damn intersection are 6 people on horses, just sitting there. And I try to brake, and I run over one of them and kill them. The other 5 immediately open fire on me.
And you died.
And then I died. I load back in, grab my horse. They are gone, and the stagecoach is gone. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm riding over there to Emerald Farms or whatever that place is called, where I need to turn this stuff in, and I'm not stopping for anybody.
Screw all you guys.
And so on my way, there was I passed by these sheriff and deputy or whatever. They had a prisoner in their carriage, and she's going, "Please let me out! I swear, he beat me every day." Oh yeah, we heard that one before. So this lady killed her husband, and now they're sending her off to jail. And then you can help her escape. And I just looked and went, I've already gotten into too much trouble today.
Yeah,
I'm keeping on.
Time to keep going.
This game does that. Like, anytime that you're out doing something, you can get spiderwebbed, sidetracked so easy.
So is this your game?
Yeah, exactly. But then, like, you're like, man, I have done nothing. I did one mission last night, and I played for like 2 hours.
Jeez.
And that one, I ended up helping Arthur's old flame get her brother back from this cult. And then you end up like chasing after him. You have to do this whole horse chase. And I thought maybe you had to catch him. No, you literally just have to keep up with him.
Huh.
Because I actually failed it once because he ends up shooting his way through these guys driving cattle.
Yeah.
And I tried to go through the cattle, and I tripped over the cattle, and I ended up getting, like, me and the horse went, boom.
I can imagine.
So then, like,
how did you not die from the horse landing on you?
Well, I was flown off the horse, and the horse went, and I went flying off.
The horse went endowed.
And so, like, I got up, the horse was getting up, and it's like, you have lost, Jamie, or whatever. And I went, son of a gun. So then I started over again, and I actually got mad because the ending point of that chase is right after that.
Oh.
And then you get past this train. There's like this train, and you go like he's on one side of the train, and you're on the other side, and he's all like, come on now, don't be like this. Like, you stay away from me, man. You just, like, don't come any closer. Oh, come on. Your sister just wants to talk to you. Like, can't you see how crazy this is? And he's like, I can't go back. I don't even want to live anymore. And he takes his gun and puts it to his head. Come on now, Jamie. Come on. Oh, damn it. And then you have to do the whole like high noon draw. What's that? Duel.
It's a duel. Yeah.
You have to do the duel with him, but you can't shoot him. You have to shoot the gun out of his hand.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Now come on, now get yourself together, boy." He walks over there, picks the gun up, like, "Arthur, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much." And then he hugs him, like, "All right, come on now."
Right.
And then he's like, "I missed you so much, man." He's like, "I miss you too, man." He's like, you're the one that taught me how to ride. He goes, "A little too well, apparently." I'm digging the game. There's a lot of story. Everything that you do has story.
That's good.
And like all the bounties, like I remember in the first Red Dead Redemption, they were just dudes.
Yeah.
And they would yell at you. But this time, when you actually go to collect a bounty, there's a whole backstory to it. What they did, what their crime is, and there's sometimes even a cutscene.
Huh.
Like where you have like the first one was this at Valentine was this doctor who was selling his little healing potion that was killing people.
Yeah.
And there was this whole thing about like I can't remember the guy's name. It's like, "Are you Doctor such and such?" What? No, no, absolutely not. Like, oh man, it's a shame. Someone told me I could find him up here. "No, I'm sorry about your luck." He's like, "It's just that my mom is sick."
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh, well, in that case.
"Oh, really?" Yeah. And he's like, this stuff will do the trick. Best stuff. I sell the best stuff in the land. And he's like, "Oh, yeah," and just throws it right off the cliff and takes his gun out. "Wait, what are you doing?" "This stuff you've been selling has been killing people. You got a price on your head, boy." I love it. You know what? And the thing is that from all the trailers, I really didn't like the cadence of this character.
Yeah.
I liked Marston, but I actually like this guy more. He's got more of a smart assiness to him.
Right.
And I love how you can he's got like a more of just a laid back voice. Like I love the calmness. I love the deepness. Marston is in the game. I've actually done a mission with Marston. And I love the fact that they got the same guy that did the voice. He lives here in Indiana. He's out of Hollywood. He doesn't do acting anymore, but he came back for this.
That's awesome.
And it's awesome because then I am now, depending on how long I play this game, we'll see. I may end up doing a whole Red Dead Redemption retrospective.
Shoo.
That's a lot of R's.
That is a lot.
But Red Dead Redemption 1 doesn't take nearly as long to beat. What's going on?
That's your wife.
Oh no, it is a that is Newegg streaming the Jack Pox Party 5-pack. Twitch, good old Twitch. I follow Newegg on Twitch. You guys should too. A lot of cool PC stuff coming through there.
Yep.
So we actually have some other news to talk about besides how awesome Red Dead is doing and how much I love it, and how much we're going to be playing of it on Saturday, November 3rd, for the extra live stream at 1:40. We are going to be playing it, Mike. I'm going to play it, and then you're going to play it and test it.
I'll play as much as I can do because we'll see. Because this will tell me if I'm going to like it and want to buy it or not.
Well, see, the thing is that we can also input some cheats, which will turn
I don't
off.
want cheats.
Hold on. Will you let me finish?
No.
If you put cheats in, it won't allow you to save the game. So then we can really mess around.
Oh, okay.
But what I want to do, because I streamed the first 2 hours of the game, which is available over on our YouTube channel. Go check that out. And I didn't want to do any more. Like, I feel really weird about just streaming this whole brand new game. Like, there are other people who do that. I like to stream games where I can stop and talk about it. I don't like to stream games where I just sit there and stare off into space and go, "Oh, that's cool," or "Oh, that's neat." Or sometimes I talk to the characters when I'm doing that. I don't do that when I'm playing for real life. I'll laugh if something makes me laugh, or I'll react. But
you daze it.
I like to just sit back and relax and play the game. So we're going to be playing some of that. We never did finish our discussion for, like, we spiderwebbed right out of the whole schedule, didn't we?
Yep.
Game Addicts Morning Edition, 8 o'clock. 9 a.m., Forza Horizon 4. So we're going to be playing that. I might actually delete my progress on there just that way we can start over.
No, you can leave it on there. It won't hurt anything.
Then at 11 o'clock in the morning, 2 hours later, Recore. That's the
Yeah.
Xbox One exclusive. We're going to be checking that out. At 1 o'clock, our good buddies Dick and Tyler from Podcastrophe, no strangers to the Game Medics podcast, will be taking over the feed to talk about Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Hijacked.
Which like both of those guys have been playing, and we will be airing their discussion on that. Mature audience required for that because apparently they forgot to keep it PG-13. So that'll be about 40 minutes, and then at 1:40, Red Dead Redemption 2, and at 5 p.m. we will start the Fallout 76 beta, which starts at 5 to 9. So
are we jumping into the Fallout?
Yeah, let's go. That's a great little segue.
So I had no trouble, and neither did Joanna, logging in.
Cool.
It was immediate.
Cool.
So that was cool. I've only got to play 4 hours, and we played the entire 4 hours. Actually, they kicked us out. I really enjoy it. There are some things that are really weird, but this game will remind you of Mass Effect, where you put on a holotape, and it's a long 5-10 minute spiel. There's been times where I'm like, all right, I got to turn you off because I don't want to listen to you the entire time.
Right.
And that's really cool because there's no like human NPCs in the game. So that's really neat that they have that interaction. Initial thoughts. So I didn't really have any bad glitches or any issues. My wife did. Multiple times she couldn't shoot any of her guns. And she died because of it. And then some jackass tried to come steal all her stuff. And, of course, I'm standing there. Oh, yeah, you drop all your stuff when you die. Take all. But, no, the game it looks fantastic. The lighting in it is really good. Hi, buddy. I know. You're sad because there's no dog meat in the new Fallout game. I know, buddy. So, the crafting system is awesome. It has been reworked. So, how you actually get upgrades for your weapons is by tearing down weapons of the same kind. So, I got like an advanced receiver, but here's the hitch. You cannot create any of those items unless you have gunsmith, link, whatever on. Mm-hmm. Well, that sucks because I don't know which one it's in. And I don't want to start clicking on all these and be like, which one is it in? So I'm going to have to look up somebody else has found it. I assume it's in intelligence. That's where it's at in the older games. But, the talent system is really wonky. So you pick your cards, and then like I picked agility because action points regeneration. And you combine those cards, but each time you combine them, it takes 2 agility, 3 agility, and that's where it stopped. But I made it to 7. Joanna made it to 6. They have like mines. We haven't found any crazy enemies other than the swarm of bees that you can't kill. That was horrible. I shot it, and it took away I shot it with a weapon that does like 70 damage, and it took away
like a little sliver.
And I looked at her, and I was like, we got to go. We need to go now. And then I think I hit it with a bat, and it did no damage at all. And they were only level 6. But as of the game is very pretty. The area, there's a lot of empty space in it, but in the towns, there's a lot going on. There are random events that pop up. So they're random joint events where like kill so-and-so supervisor protectrons. Blah. The weapons, it's Fallout. It's more Fallout. But they've added an additional depth to the crafting. So now you can actually go find ore, make them into bars, and turn those bars into parts. So that's really cool. Joanna found that. I actually found Nothing, hardly at all. I found I found 2 really good weapons, which I gave one to her, and I took the revolver that I only have 8 shots for. But she found like all the bobby pins, the nuts, stuff like that. I didn't find any. I found 1 bobby pin in 4 hours, 3 stim packs in 4 hours. By the way, you have to use a stim pack to revive your companion or your other person. But we really didn't get into any, like, there's a lot of people because that's kind of the starting area. But you can turn on, well, it's always on, but no damage. So you don't take any damage until you shoot the other person. So if I shoot you, you don't have to do anything. You can just walk off.
Oh, so you have to engage in PvP.
You have to engage. So
Or
if I shoot you and you
PvP.
turn around, you're like, screw you, pal, and you shoot me, it doesn't do damage. It triggers it, and then we're both free game.
So that's how they're protecting from that. That's cool.
Because that guy shot me and it popped up, and it's like he has a bounty. Well, he had that bounty, and it stayed with him for attacking a player. But since I didn't engage in PvP, he kept that bounty. So if we engaged in PvP, if I would have killed him, I don't know. I really didn't do too much with that. But it was interesting. The areas, so we had one of the big glitches that Joanna found and I found, it was the exact same one, was that one of the first workbench areas that you do when you open it up, it pixels your entire screen. So it takes your screen and then it just pixelizes the entire thing and makes it really dark. You can still do what you need to do. So to me, it's not like, oh my God, I can't play this game. It's like, that's kind of annoying, but oh well. Other than that, I think it's a great game. I enjoy it significantly. There is tons of story in this game. There are notes. I've picked up 30 notes so far about Jill looking for Jack and Jack dying and whatever. This crazy stuff. I went into the original Vault-Tec high school, or like their little college for Vault-Tec, and searched around there. That place is freaking huge. It has like 3 vaults in it that you go through.
Dang.
It's huge. And we had a lot of fun just scavenging around and doing stuff. It's fun. It's going to be a lot of fun for me and her to play together. I'm hoping that you pop in there and play because I don't think you will with Red Dead. I think
Probably
Red Dead's going to consume everything for you.
I've been trying to play it about 2 hours every night.
Yeah.
And I've been going to bed late every night. Yeah.
But initial thoughts, which I'm excited to see you play because you're going to actually step into it. As we're probably going to be, let's see, I'll pull up the schedule really quick again because I already have it up. So tomorrow, and then the 1st. Yeah. What is today?
Today is Wednesday the 31st.
Right. So November 1st, that's tomorrow. It starts from 2 p.m. to 7. And then November 3rd is 5 to 9, which is when we're going to be playing it. So I'm assuming I'm level 7 now. So you'll be about level 10 playing on hers. Probably more. I'm really hoping that we leave at the time that we left today tomorrow.
Right.
Because then I'll only
Probably
miss.
not, though. Probably not with the parts issue we had.
Yeah. I'm actually going to have her have dinner ready and everything, like
Yep.
prior to.
That way we can just come home and then start.
Yep. But I really enjoy it. I think that it's not your traditional Fallout game. It is not your single player experience. But it's different. Like the Scorched, they have a huge storyline on that. That's where we're at right now. Where there are these people that are infected, they actually cocoon and it burns them, and then if they survive the cocoon, they turn into these Scorched that I don't know what they do. But their story, and I personally believe that this story is going to tie into the Brotherhood of Steel. It's going to be the formation of the Brotherhood of Steel and the reason why they hate the super mutants so much. That's what I believe. So that would be really neat if they had all that information in there. but it also wouldn't be neat because guys like you don't like multiplayer games.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't get that story because you're not going to play a multiplayer game. Now, they will eventually turn private servers. So essentially, you're going to be able to play, but it's going to be hard because some of those areas are designed for 4 or 5 people, or 4
Right.
people.
And I mean, like it is different because the storytelling isn't different. Like the storytelling isn't exactly like a regular single player Fallout. It because a lot of the story is told to you through background and reading
And holotapes.
and holotapes. So
Yeah.
like while that is a big part of the world setting in the regular Fallouts, like that's not the main story. Like that's almost like world building. So now like they've taken the world building aspect and made that the main sort of like story for a way for you to get your story.
And the settlements, I like them, but I hate them. Because you pop your settlement out, boom, there it is. You can build a stash. You can't move it. You have to pay caps to move that.
Really?
Yes. Now, I'm assuming I have built 3 things in our settlements. 2 boxes and a cooking station. Okay. So I think that the more stuff you get and build, the more expensive it is to move. Because the price hasn't went up for me yet. Because I built those like immediately. And then I of course, being stupid, I didn't realize that you only need 1 stash box and me and her can both use it. It's linked to us individually. So yeah. But I think that if you build this huge, awesome freaking settlement and you're like, oh, I want to move it over here, 10,000 caps.
I think I'll stay here.
Yeah, I'm good right here.
I'll hang out here for a little while longer.
I think that also is to discourage people from doing camp, like building walls around specific areas for like nuclear codes.
So you're gonna have to really be on the market for your like camp or whatever.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to really do your Zillow research and
Yeah.
get your real estate agent. How funny would that be if you like teamed up with somebody like who basically went around servers as like a real estate agent and just linked up with you and did like, because you could almost do that. Like you could almost do like Fallout RP.
Yeah, you could.
You
I
know.
bet there would be a lot of Fallout RP.
I think that'd be funny.
But I've noticed so far that when I've moved our settlement, because I've been the one that's kind of popping the settlement out there for us to do stashes, because my wife decides to pick up everything, which is fine. But us, we know that you don't need 700 plastic forks.
She still does that from Skyrim.
She picks everything up. If it's there, she's picking it up. Plain and simple. I pick and choose.
And that reminds me of playing EverQuest with Rob. EverQuest, Champions of Norath from PS2 fame. And usually when I play those kind of games, I am boring as hell, and I'm like the straight barbarian. Ugh, I'm that dude. And then he was a dark elf, and we were running through area. And when you reach your max, my barbarian he'd be like, I can't carry anymore. And so like it just cracked me up. So then I would always click it. I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore. And then Rob's that guy is like, there's no place to put that.
There's no place to put.
He's like all like proper, and I'm like, oh, I can't carry anymore. And Rob would get so mad because I would just keep clicking it over and over again.
You stop.
And then like I couldn't use magic spells because I'm a barbarian. So he'd be like, no mana.
No mana.
Anyway, yeah, I'm excited to try it out. Like I really am.
I hope you like it.
I think I will like it, but the issue is, as you said, I'm not a big multiplayer guy. So then the fact of me getting a game that requires me to really organize and orchestrate me playing with other people, that is the big issue, because I like to get home and play on my own time.
Right.
And that is a big detractor for because that's like, this is the kind of game that you want to play with your friends.
It's what it is, definitely centered around. Now, there's been situations where if I was alone, there's no way I would have made it out. Like, we walked into a room, an area, like an instance, but a building, and it was me and Joanna, and Mr. Gutsy was there, 1, and then 5, and then 10, and then 15, and I'm at the door like, we need to leave, honey, and she's just sitting in the corner. I'm like, we need to leave now. We'll be okay. We need to leave now. So after every round I had expended, and I think she spent about all of hers, we finally got out of there alive. Surprisingly, radiation is a massive problem in this game. So radiation's always kind of an irritation in Fallout 4 and Fallout 3, right? Not in this one. Like, it is freaking everywhere. You don't have very many rataways, and you can't just rely on stim packs. It's not like the other ones where they're everywhere. You have to cook meat. You have to cook this, and then you have to boil water. Like, I'll walk into a stream, and I'll set our camp up right next to the stream, and we'll just sit there and boil water. But it doesn't give you much health. And then you make like your rag stag steaks and stuff. They give you a lot of health, but they also give you 5 to 10 rads. So I have put in points to reduce the amount of radiation I take from water and food.
Yeah.
It's almost a mandatory thing. Like you almost have to have 4 points in your action or in agility to get your action, and then you need the 4 points in what is that? Endurance? Would that be endurance? Endurance. Yes, it's endurance. To get lead belly.
Yeah.
To reduce it by 50%.
Lead belly.
And that's it. Like, those are things I think you're going to have. Now, maybe later on, but here's the thing with a lot of radiation. If you're looking to mutate, you can build that radiation up. The thing is, you have to survive. Because a lot of them guys hit like tanks.
Yeah.
At level 1, I've been hit, and it's like 50% of your health. I'm like, you're level 1.
Level 1.
How are you hurting me? But all in all, it's a fun game. It's very action-packed. It's very Fallout 4-ish, but with this twist to it where there's literally everything's dead. Like, there's nothing.
Right.
There's nothing.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to be like the early ones out, right?
You're supposed to be the first ones out.
Yeah.
That's what they say. But anywho, I digress.
All right, so as always, now we've reached the part of the show, which this show's kind of been unhinged anyway.
Yeah.
Where we talk about the November PS Plus versus Xbox Gold.
Yeah.
So the games with gold, the PS Plus free games, you get free games for each and every one of your subscriptions if you got one or both or whatever. This is basically us going through it, seeing which one is better, and then reminding you to go get your free games. I mean, even if there's not something in this group that you think you would like, redeem it. Don't download it, just redeem it, because one day you might be going through your library going, what the heck, I'll try it. You never know.
You may love it.
You may love it. You know, that happened to me with a few games. I'm like, wow, this game's awesome, and I never would have bought this game.
Don't starve. Don't starve for us. Literally, like I bought it just to support them on 2 different systems because it was so awesome.
Sleeping Dogs. I ended up buying a copy of Sleeping Dogs, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a GTA clone. It's the True Crime 3. And I ended up playing it and falling in love with it. It's like very arcadey, kung fu-y, you know, it was fun. And that's what the big deal is. You know, these games are meant to be fun. So what are the Xbox free games for gold for November?
You ask.
So Battlefield 1 for the Xbox One.
Oh, wow.
So that was last year's or the year before?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Well, I think it was the year. Wait, was that the year before? Because last year was Battlefront, wasn't it? They did Battlefront last year. So Battlefield was the year before.
Battlefront 2 last year.
Yeah, so Battlefield. So this game's 2 years old, but it's free, and now a lot more people are going to be going in there to play it. That is available all month for November. For the latter half of the month, so this has been. So they have one that goes for the whole month, and this one goes from November 16th to December 15th. This game is called Race the Sun. I have not heard of it. Then for the Xbox 360 games, there are 2 of them. One for the first half, from the November 1st to the 15th, is the first Assassin's Creed. And then for the latter half of the month, the 16th through the 30th, is Dante's Inferno.
2016, October 21st, release of Battlefield 1.
Yep. Battlefield 1, yeah, that game reviewed pretty well, and but Battlefield 5 is coming out, so yeah, they're throwing in the old one there. So then we also have PlayStation Plus. What is free on PlayStation Plus this month? Well, Yakuza Kiwami.
I don't even know what that is.
The Yakuza series has been around since the PS2 and is essentially a weird spiritual successor, almost kind of like that Sleeping Dogs, the big Kung Fu GTA style, but it's more akin to Shenmue.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And Yakuza Kiwami, I want to say, I think that's the remake of the original. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the Yakuza series. I have not played any of them. But they, just like the Persona series, the more that they put out, the more that people like talk about them, the more that you start hearing about it. So,
Right.
Hey, you know what? You get a free one. You might as well go check it out. The other one is Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. And yeah, I don't even know what the PS3 ones that they're not listed on this article. So they haven't really been much of anything anyway.
Shame on you.
But there was an article that I read that while you were talking about Fallout, because I'm like, what is this? And while I was still listening to you, I got really upset.
Oh, no.
First of all, F Konami.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are we effing Konami?
This article on comicbook.com, there's a
a
bizarre story making the rounds regarding Konami's ill-fated PT demo, which I still have. I made sure that I had it and never deleted it because they took it off the store and you can't re-download it. PT is, of course, the demo for Silent Hills that was being made by Hideo Kojima before his exit of the company. And he was working on it with Guillermo del Toro and Norman Reedus, right?
Yeah.
So, first of all, like I said, the demo was removed entirely after the cancellation of the game. But, people were able to keep it on their systems and you can play it. And now they're being extra aggressive regarding making sure no one gets to play it in the future. Apparently, Konami has published a new patch on PS4 that actually bricks the demo so that it no longer runs. The report reads that Konami may be removing the ability to play PT for people who still have it downloaded on their PS4 through a new patch that went out today. Unconfirmed, but people are reporting the game is bricked after the update. Company hasn't said a word about the potential update, but it has been known for years for trying to sever any connection with the now infamous horror demo, which has been considered by many to be a genuine horror experience. That demo was awesome.
I didn't play the demo.
That demo was amazing. Like,
Better not update your PS4.
Guess what?
You already did.
It updates download automatically on my PS4.
I know mine does too.
So, like, that demo was an experience. Like, you have no life bar. It's completely in first-person mode, and you walk down this hallway over and over again. And each time some stuff changes. And you have to, there's one time when you're walking down the hallway, and then you go through the door, and you're at the beginning of the hallway again, and everything is red and flashing. And then you turn the corner, and hanging from where the chandelier is hanging from the entranceway is a fridge with blood pouring out of it. It's messed up. And then
sounded like a really good Silent Hill remake.
If the ghost of this girl, the lady who's dead, sometimes she'll be like standing outside looking in through the window, and you're like, what the one of those things where you jump.
The fear thing.
Every once in a while, you will actually be walking, and then you'll turn around, and her face will be right in yours.
Yeah.
And then you'll do to fall over, and then you'll wake up from the beginning again and start over again. And every once, you have to be able to get the game. I can't remember how you do it, but you have to get the game where the phone will ring and you go to answer it, and then it the front door will unlock, but the dude says something. One time I got it to ring and it answered it, and the game went and it said caution, caution, caution. We'll call back later. In different languages. And then the whole demo started over again. And then when you finally get to exit it, it shows a really foggy and misty street, and somebody walking down it, and then it's like Norman Reedus, and it says Silent Hills.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, like it was, what is this? And I could, like, the idea of Kojima, that wacky son of a bitch, and a, the guy like Guillermo del Toro teaming up to make this a very visual and filmatic experience. I'm upset about them taking that down, because that is something that I wish that I could have played again, because, like, I played it, and I think I've played it once since it got taken off the store, like a couple years ago. And I'm like, man, this would have been fantastic. The game wouldn't have been anything like that demo,
No.
but just the fact that that demo existed, and that people were going crazy trying to figure it out,
Yeah.
because it was called PT, playable trailer. Kojima, dude, he's
the man.
He is I feel like Kojima is like the video games Quentin Tarantino.
He's the mind.
Yeah, he likes to
Yeah.
mess with you. He likes to mess
You gotta
with you.
keep it PG-13.
Yeah. Try and keep it PG-13.
Yeah, to work on that for them.
Okay, so we got some more PlayStation news. We have
PlayStation
PS4 units have sold 84 million.
Woo, good for you, Sony.
Mixed with the Pro, total units are now at 86.1 million units. So yeah, they're going to be making their way to 100 million. The PS4 is going to be there's only one system that hasn't got that. They've now outsold the PS3, because that's about 80 million. So I think that's the only one that didn't break 100. It's the PS3. I think PS4 will by the time it's all said and done. They're only 15 million away now. The other big news that we have, I have a picture for this one. Guess out there. We have new games coming to PlayStation Hits. And of course, the PlayStation Hits program is like their greatest hits. Their little, $20, tagline for this.
Re-releases.
Yeah, essentially. Well, like they have like little slight changes to their box art. And beginning November 2nd, we're getting Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection, Until Dawn, Batman Arkham Knight, Mortal Kombat X, UFC 2, Need for Speed, Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, and other games being included at a discounted price, but not a full $20. So it could be like maybe 25 or 30.
Looks like Dragon Age Inquisition on there. Next to Uncharted to the right. Oh, that's Batman.
Yeah,
Nope, I see it. I see it now.
Yeah.
I'm too far away.
The other games are Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, Dragon Age Inquisition. It's funny that you said that. Lego Marvel Superheroes, and Battlefield Hardline. So, great chance to get some games, brand new games for cheap, especially for the holiday season. PS4 is killing it.
Yes, they are.
So, one last thing to talk about today.
What is that, good sir?
We have some Nintendo sales news.
Sales for the Nintendo.
Where's it at? And I picked that image for a reason.
I figured you did.
All right, so Nintendo Switch continues to be a sales success for the company, with the financial report placing that the console has nearly 23 million units sold since last year.
Good for you, Nintendo.
In a new earnings report, Nintendo revealed that over the last 6 months, Switch has managed to sell more than 5 million units, with a slight increase in sales compared to this time last year. The new numbers mean that the Switch has almost doubled the sales of the Wii U, and has overtaken the GameCube's total lifetime sales as well. During this time, Mario Tennis Aces managed to sell more than 2 million copies.
Wow.
While Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze sold more than 1.5. 3 Switch games have now sold more than 10 million units to date.
I bet I can name those.
Do it.
Ready?
Yep.
Breath.
Yep.
Odyssey.
Yep.
And Mario Kart.
Yep.
There's only 3, right?
Yep.
All right, good.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild stands at nearly 10.3 million sales, while Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Odyssey have more than 11 million and 12 million sales, respectively. In total, about 42 million copies of Switch software have been sold, meaning the average Switch owner has approximately 2 games. So, basically, those 3 games...
So we're not the average look. I take over 3 of them.
Yeah, see, I've got all 3 of those games as well, and
yeah,
almost half the Switch user base has those games. So.
Yep. Those are, I just feel like those are games that if you're gonna own that system, you have to own those games.
Yeah.
Especially Mario Odyssey.
Well, and think about it. Okay, so Mario Kart 8 has sold 11 million copies on the Switch.
On the Switch.
On the Wii U, it sold like 8 million, something like that. So that total, that thing is like almost 20 million copies sold for Mario Kart 8.
Yep.
Now I guarantee you, some of that's double dipping. Some people who had a Wii U are like, I'm getting this on the Switch. Same, right? But it proves that it's not a bad move to bring the Wii U games over to the system.
And they're starting to do that more.
Mario Kart 8 was right there near the beginning. Tropical Freeze is there. Bayonetta is there now. And we're hopeful for Mario Maker.
That I feel like that's the best move for that. Because
I think so too.
You could design the level
on the touchscreen.
And then you could play the level on your main screen.
On your main screen, or just right there. Because they have a copy of it for the 3DS.
Yeah.
Cool. I want a copy of it for the Switch.
Yeah.
Like
the full version.
Yeah.
Because the 3DS version is not the full version.
No,
of the Wii U.
And you can't get online there. But they did release a chart from April to September of this year, showing a couple of games. They're their highest selling games. There was the four highest selling games for them for this time period were Mario Kart 8, Mario Odyssey, Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Splatoon 2.
I didn't say Splatoon 2.
And so since April, Mario Kart 8 has sold nearly between 300 and 4,000 copies on a monthly basis every month.
Wow.
And then you put Mario Odyssey is between 4 and 6 every month. Zelda is about between 6 and 8 every month. And then Splatoon 2 has been between what's the lowest? I'd say 700,000 to nearly 1.2 million copies a month.
That's amazing. That's basically a brand new IP.
Yeah. And I mean that's only the second one. So yes, and Splatoon 2 is already approaching 10 million. So it's not over it yet, but it will be.
I wanted to play that. I really did. For the Switch.
Yeah, same here. I never bought it because I was like, I don't plan on playing it.
It's a Nintendo property, so.
I quit buying Switch games. Not because I don't want to play the Switch, but because of other games that have been coming out.
Well, I mean, you got Red Dead, and then beginning of next year is going to be rough. Yeah. I mean,
Kingdom Hearts
3 and RE.
Resident Evil. And then, and I'm already telling myself that I'm sitting out Anthem. I don't want to because it's BioWare. But at the same token, it's not the kind of game that I want to play from BioWare.
I want to watch and see what's going on with it. I'm not sold.
I'm not sold either.
I thought I was, but I'm not.
It looks like really good.
It does.
It looks like it could be a really cool game. But I don't know if it's the kind of BioWare game that I want to play. That's coming from an old BioWare fan. So with that being said, I'm going to wait and see what it's like. Maybe I'll be one of those guys that comes in 6 months later after they've done some stuff and maybe I'll pick it up. Maybe the story is a lot deeper than what I think it's going to be. Who knows? But I'm not a day one adopter of that. And I'm not sold on Days Gone either. Days Gone looks like it could be fun, but to me, that's not the zombie shooter, the Sony zombies game that I want. I want Last of Us Part 2. So,
yeah.
I mean, and that, there was an article about that, but it really didn't say much. It just essentially said that Last of Us Part 2 is freaking unreal, according to designer.
That's great.
They quote on Twitter, I don't think I've ever been more excited about a game I'm working on while I'm actually making it. This thing's going to be freaking unreal. He says a dev, and and then there's like reaction to people like basically saying don't tease us. So hopefully we get this game sooner than later. According to the game's official synopsis, which I've never read, Ellie is now 19 and found a semblance of peace and normality living in Jackson. She's had a chance to be a teenager and forge lasting relationships. When that peace is disrupted by a violent act, Ellie is thrust into a brutal journey of retribution, fueled by a need to bring those who have wronged her to justice, pushing her to her very limits.
I mean, it sounds exactly like the first trailer. Sounds like the first trailer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What are you going to do, honey? I'm going to kill them all.
Can't wait. I can't
All
wait.
right, then.
Anyway, guys, I think it's going to wrap it up for us today here on the show.
Look at this early wrap-up.
I know, man. Well, we started early. We got out here.
This is about the time we normally start.
I know.
Right here.
I know. Early, I always say, when on the schedule for the podcast, it's Wednesday evenings, essentially.
Sometime between
4 and
4
6
and
start time.
6.
So we started right after 4 today, and we wrapped up. We got done. Thank you guys if you popped in to join us live on Twitch, which you can always do every single Wednesday between 4 and 6 start time. Twitch.tv/GameAddictsPlay. Guess what? We play games on there as well. The whole schedule is on our Twitch page. Well, you will when you get your thing up and running, when you get that. The schedule Monday, Friday, sometimes Saturday, sometimes Sunday, just depending. But also on Sunday, I've been trying to do Game Addicts Plus every single week over on our Facebook page.
I will not be joining you for that unless we do a morning edition.
Well, I mean, not this. Well, this week we're actually changing Game Addicts Plus, and I'm going to be streaming it via my phone while we are doing the extra live stream on Saturday from 8 to 9. Come and join us. We're going to be playing games. We're going to be doing a couple podcasts throughout. That podcast will not be available until Thanksgiving. So if you want to see it live, tune in at 8 a.m. I won't blame you if you guys set that one out and wait for it to come out on the podcast feed as normal. But please come out and support us and help us raise some money for for the kids. And of course, if you can't, that's fine. Come out and join us anyway, just to watch us and hang out with us until Saturday.
Yeah.
Until November 3rd, Saturday. I have been Brando.
And I have been Mike.
And we will see you then. This is Padfoot. You can't see him?
There you can.
There he is. Hey, Bobo.
He's a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah. Yes, he is. He is definitely not.
He's definitely not a dog meat.
No, not a dog meat. He's the nicest dog you ever known to meet. Until Saturday, we'll see you then, guys. Game on. And good luck. #Game on.